This is your morning brief for Friday, April 26th. 6 new reports from FSA today posted on our website from Microsoft, Facebook, Intel, Amazon, Starbucks, and GNTX. So 5 of those 6 are absolute giants. GNTX is a little niche player in auto parts. So go have a look at those. A little bit of information on those before you take a look. Amazon's massive beat needs further scrutiny. I got to tell you, I spent about 2 hours last night trying to understand this earnings report. They grew earnings per share like 100%, 116%, I think it was, and revenue only grew 17%. So where did the other, where did all that money just magically appear? And they beat earnings estimates by like 50%. I mean, that's not normal. Analysts aren't that bad at predicting earnings, and there was something going on in there. And the shares are only up like 1% too. So if they would have beat by this massive, and you look at the headlines, just open up Yahoo or Google Finance or anything, and it says, oh, massive beat, and you would think the shares would be up like 20% or something. They were up 1%. And it was not easy, but I think I figured it out. And basically, I'll give you the short of it, is some of their ongoing expenses for like new projects, they delayed them, and they'll come into Q2. I don't want to get too much further in that. Let's just put it that. You can go watch the more in-depth video on Amazon to figure out exactly what's going on there. Intel forecasts more weakness. Downward guidance was affecting the price of the shares, but this is not affecting me one bit. I think this was all telegraphed already. I don't see the big change. Shares are down 7% in pre-market, so I think that's just an opportunity. I really do. Nothing's changed in terms of the long term. Starbucks beats earnings per share estimates, but shares trade flat. So there's some good news. Same store sales were 4% in the U.S. and 3% in China, and China grew 17%. That's all good news. I would say, I just think these shares are a little rich. So, when they get rich, the expectations might not, be necessarily in line with analyst estimates, and so I think expectations were a little high. Shares have run up, so I would just take that with a grain of salt. And I think shares are completely flat, so I don't think shareholders loved it because they already priced in a lot of this. Shares of 3M lose 12% as earnings disappoints and management lowers guidance. This was a big shocker. This was, I think the shares being down 12% was legit. It was not a good report. Xlinx shares dropped 16% despite 30% revenue growth and 34% earnings growth. This looks like an opportunity to me. I don't actually cover Xlinx. I can run it, of course, in our data, and I thought it looked expensive, which is why I never started coverage on it in the first place. I think it's going to look better in our model after this quarter, and I think this is getting closer to an opportunity. Here's the thing, and I see this a lot, and I feel it in my own bones when I try and trade myself. I was like, if I could ever get Xlinx on a downturn, I'd buy it, and then the downturn comes, and there's usually something to go along with that. It doesn't just happen, out of the blue, and then you change your mind. I think this is a legitimate opportunity. I mean, it's not like anything was bad. Revenue was up 30%, earnings were up 34%. They gave some guidance very similar to Intel, that there was some weakness coming in the second half here, in the next quarter. So it's supposed to be, a week. What are we in? We just finished, this is a Q1 report. Now we're kind of already into Q2. So there's a couple of weakness. Is it going to be the end of the year where things pick up? That's what they've been saying. Maybe it'll be Q1 next year, but whatever. That hasn't changed. Okay, so this is just an opportunity in my opinion. Okay, outside of finance, the Spurs force a Game 7 with the Nuggets. And the Warriors and Clippers battle in Game 6 tonight. Warriors lead the series 3-2. So there hasn't been a single upset in the NBA yet in the first round. So 6 of 6 series are finished. There's 2 more series to go. Well, as we said, Game 7, Nuggets would be the favorite there. And then Warriors are the favorite in their series, and they lead 3-2. They go tonight. There was second round action in the NHL. Bruins beat Columbus. I don't know what happened in the later game. It was kind of late, and I haven't checked it. But we'll keep you up on that. It was only game 1 of round 2, and there's much more round 2 to come. And that's your morning brief for April 26th.